That's why our attorney has served both sides with papers demanding the release of all the footage, along with an explanation. The burden legally is on them, not us. All we're asking for is transparency, plain and simple. But if they don't respond to us by Monday, we'll be taking them to court. Brian Claypool is a DUI and civil rights attorney. So, Brian, obviously this is all just breaking. What do you think about the fact that they're charging Pauly with a misdemeanor? But I think the injuries to the other driver, I think they're more than just a Band-Aid. That's the impression I'm getting, right?
Yeah, hey, great to be back with you, Jesse. I mean, the plot just continues to thicken. People across this country just want to have fair justice for all, right? Not what you just said, which is liberal blue privilege in Napa County. And I just read this press release that your office sent me, and it's really stunning. It's staggering. This press release was written really in response to you, your show, your viewers, and the Public Records Act request that you filed, which was a great job. I mean, this DA cites in this press release, you know what she said, Jesse? Leave the victim alone. She's calling the victim now the guy that has no initially had no injuries, right? Right. Leave this poor guy alone. He's the victim now. And guess what she does, Jesse? She cites a law in California called Marsy's Law. Well, I got news for her, because I do sex abuse cases too. Marsy's Law stems from sexual abuse victims who demand a right to be heard in court and privacy when there's a charge of assault, battery, or sexual abuse, not a car accident. So I'm offended by the fact that she would raise that issue too. And let me throw in another one. Sure. She's trying to tell your viewers across the country, let's not litigate this case on TV. And we don't have to give Jesse, the dash cam video, because we don't try cases in the public forum. Well, I got news for her. I've read the Public Records Act too many times. I'm embarrassed to admit that. But I will tell you that it applies to an impending criminal investigation. If that investigation is endangered, well, guess what? Somebody send a news flash to her. Her criminal investigation has been completed now, right? He's been charged. So she needs to release that dash cam footage. It doesn't apply.
All right, so this DA, Allie, hey, Allie, she's corrupt and stupid because she's citing improper statutes that don't apply to this situation. And she doesn't even know when her investigation's finished, so that basically opens up the door for the dash cam release. I don't understand now the witness, because we've been banging down doors to find out if there was someone in the car, if there was a witness. All of a sudden, a month later, a magical witness is in play, and we're getting a vibe that the witness may or may not have been in the car with Paul Pelosi. What the heck is going on here with this case?
It's a flat-out joke, dude. This is an embarrassment to the justice system, not just in California, across the country. This is flat-out privilege. I've been involved in a lot of cases. Nobody gets this kind of pampering for a DUI that involved an injury that could have been elevated to a higher felony. But guess what? She didn't tell us what the injury was to this guy, so we can't make up our mind whether it should have been charged as a felony, right? She intentionally leaves that information out for all of you. And then she, in this press release, she's protecting the witness. That is not a fair and unbiased prosecutor. She has no right to go out and try to protect the person that was involved in this accident. The country, people across this country have a right to know what went down that night. And I got news for you. When you go to trial, Jesse, there's a million ways you can make sure to get a fair trial. You ask all the jurors, did you see Jesse's show? If you didn't see his show, then you could be on the jury, right? There's a lot of ways to make sure Paul gets a fair jury trial.
Right. And remember, according to Allie, the DA, Paul's the victim. He's almost murdering people drunk on the highway at 10 p.m., but he's the victim. Let's get that right. All right, we're going to keep pushing this, and we're going to see him in court if they don't respond. Thank you so much, Brian, for all your expertise. Couldn't do it without you.
Yeah, you bet, Jesse. Thanks for having me.